Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sungates Radio. Well, we're so excited to have you today, and the roles are actually reversed because today I will be interviewed. My name is Sharon, and with me today is Rita, who is the co-owner here at Sungate Center. So we're going to be talking today about the Akashic Records.
Hello, everybody, and hello, Sharon. Sharon is the main person here because she's the host. Today we're switching roles. So Sharon Serota has a multitude of modalities to help people be more centered and balanced. She's helping people help themselves raise people's vibrations. She's also founder of Women Business Circle networking group. And also she knows a lot about Oneness Deeksha, EFT with guarantee emotional freedom technique. She is a Reiki master. She is integrated energy therapy and Angelic Dowsing. Also, she can read Akashic Records, and she knows about Bar's access consciousness. Recently, Sharon was certified in emotion code and body code practitioner. So, Sharon, today we are talking about Akashic Records, how to access them, and all those mystic questions that some people may not understand. But likely, I was exposed to Akashic Records myself, so we hope this conversation will be interesting and useful for everyone.
Yes, it will be interesting. We have to choose our words wisely, right?
Yes.
But the exciting thing about Akashic Records, and everything is energy and everything is vibration, and that's how we exist here right now. And we're in this present lifetime. Our bodies are energy. The chairs we sit on, is energy, but they have different vibrations. And accessing the Akashic Records is another form of energy.
So what really is Akashic? What is it? For some people who don't understand it at all, what would be the simple question?
Okay, so Akashic Records. So Akashic is Sanskrit for energetic substance from which all life is formed. And the records is actually an objective records database of who we are. So when you look at the Akashic Records, it's as though you're going into a library and you see a book. And the books are about your soul's journey. Mm-hmm. So every book has some information, has all the information actually about what you have gone through. It records every thought, every deed, every word, everything about you. And the difference is that we're in consciousness. Consciousness means that we are actually physically here in this reality and knowing what we're saying, knowing what we're doing, and it's what we actually remember. However, what we may or may not remember is also in our subconscious mind. Mm-hmm. And in the subconscious mind, that's where we can access this information. We get the information about ourselves.
I understand that it's not only personal information can be found in Akashic Records, but also information about business, about relationship. What else can be found there?
Right. So you can ask questions, what is your life's purpose? People want to give meaning to their life, or they want to know how they can relate better in a relationship with someone. It could be their significant other. It could be a brother, a sister, mm-hmm. friendships. It could be actually about a company. It could be something financial. It could be any of those things. So you can ask any question that you can think of, which what the mind uses, right? Because we have our mind that we want to, what we believe and our core beliefs and things like that. But if you look at that as more of, just what we know, because everyone has a different set of knowledge, different set of skills. Everyone is on their life's journey. And people they have their vibrations about them. And what you significantly bring to yourself is actually what you wanted to learn, your lessons this lifetime, or what you plan to experience in order to expand and learn and grow. And so it's also a karmic event too, mm-hmm. cause and effect, and things that what we've created and from past lives or this lifetime is what will also come to us and approach us.
Very interesting. So what do you need from the person who want to access their Akashic records? What kind of information do you need?
So what we need is, and it could be done even long distance, because energy and vibration, there's actually just time here on Earth, but the energy actually expands and goes out. It's infinite, and beyond that is more infinities, actually. So when we tune into the person, just as their voice, as they're speaking, what we have is our masters, teachers, and loved ones that actually relate the information through me, which is I'm just a conduit or a channel, and this information comes through to the person asking the question. So whoever is the most likely candidate that has the information, then this will come through.
So why do you think people should access their Akashic records, and how that can be helpful? Also, this question may relate to what kind of questions people ask, even though we touch base on it. Maybe if you can expand a little bit more on that.
Sure. So again, it's the curiosity. People have questions. They want to know more about their life's journey, and they want to feel empowered. And so this also helps them to learn about what it is that they're going through. Perhaps it'll give them some insight, some information that will help them on their journey. It will also let them know that, wait a minute, there's some other energy here, whether it's, if they say from God's source or from spirit, and it's actually coming through. And people can anyone can do this. Everyone has the capability. When people meditate, what are they doing? They're going through to source. They're receiving information. People are very intuitive. It's like a mother's intuition when they're raising their children. So there's so many different things how we actually access source, and we actually do that through the heart too. We connect through our heart, and as we breathe, we breathe life into us, right? So this energy is moving through us. And what we do is we access it when we go into a relaxed, calm state of receiving this information. And it's like a gift. We're gifting this because you're asking with intention. And when you focus and concentrate with your intention, then this information will come through, and the appropriate information will be provided.
Thank you. That was very interesting. When I had a class of Akashic Records, I didn't know at the time that there are different methods to access Akashic Records. And the one I did for myself was that I had to provide my name, my full name, my maiden name, just a full name for information to access my Akashic Records. But when we compare our prayers just before this conversation, I realized that we had the same prayer. So do you know of different methods, of different practices of accessing Akashic Records?
I believe that everything is what we do through intention is also heartfelt. So when we go ahead and practice this, the prayers could be similar, but I think it's just going into that intention of connecting. And even if you just made up something, doesn't even have to be exact, that knowing you're going to your masters, teachers, and loved ones, and you want to access this, that this is what the intention is, and it does happen. So regardless, and I've done this myself, that you can just go right into it with that strong intention of knowing that you have the ability to do it. So a lot of people who are intuitives, or people who are clairvoyant or clairsentient and can see and feel and sense different things, that they're accessing all of this on a very high spiritual level.
Interesting. I understand. So what do you think information that we access can change? If someone asks you to access their information on one day and they then leave couple months or 6 months and then they come back, the information that you access on the same question may change. Is it true?
Well, what happens is that, our choices, our free will,
Right.
helps us to grow, and things may change. But in this particular moment of time, this is what the information is given to. So you may change, you may, do something else. For example, when you choose to go to a certain event, or if you choose to not go to a certain event, or do you take this street, or do you decide to take a different street that day, or take an elevator or go with the stairs. Right. You're changing what's happening in your life, your thoughts and everything about you, and different events can then happen. So we become a little bit different in 6 months or a year, or however you want to look at it. Right. What I also recommend for people to do is when they do have a reading of the Akashic Records is to, listen to it that day, of course, and then take some notes if they'd like, right. And then listen to it again, maybe in a couple of days or a week or a couple of weeks, because the information received, the brain will process it in a certain way.
It'll have different meaning for people if they listen a second time. That's right.
So they'll interpret it a little bit different, or perhaps they'll see something or hear something different for them. It's like watching a movie. It's like you'll go to the movies and then you'll want to see it again, but then you're like, oh, I don't remember seeing that part of it, or, wow, I forgot about that. And so there's different things that could happen each time you listen to it.
Thank you, Sharon. It was very interesting, but we're not done, so don't go away. When we come back, Sharon will answer my questions, being in the under the prayer doing the accessing the Akashic records. But before we go, I just want to remind everybody that next group Akashic Records reading here at Sungates will happening on July 19 at 11 a.m. And it'll be phone number on the screen just below. Just to remind, 847-345-0988. Or you can always check our schedule on sungatescenter.com. We'll be back. Don't go away.